Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts, and toy collectors? This is Odie, and thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. So if it just so happens that you didn't watch part one because you just don't like action figures, that's cool. You're just really only a die-cast collector, which is awesome, also great. For those of you who've been wondering where I've been, long story short, went to Florida. If you look at my videos, I was starting to do a little bit of vlogging with my daughter and my son and whatever not. On the third day, I took my S6 with me to the pool, and the first two nights I had left them. That third day, I don't know why I took it with me. Horrible mistake. I jumped into the pool, and that's it. I shortened it, killed it, destroyed it. Luckily, it was free. My job paid for it. I started using the M9 from HTC, but I didn't like the way it recorded. So if you see the video prior of my daughter doing her egg thing, or her chocolate egg thing, that was on the M9. But it just doesn't have any, in terms of video, it doesn't have any editing. You would have to download software. And I was like, you know what, screw this. So now I'm on the S7, and that's what you see this in. So again, thank you. And that was long story short. It's a longer segment if you want to look at that part or whatever. But anyway, so let's start with a little bit of Matchbox love. This is basically all I've picked up in the last 2 months in terms of Matchbox. Then the rest will be Hot Wheels. And like I said, I'll have to pause it here and there just so I can, find them because there's so much of them. And if you heard that squeak, that was my doggy. So I'm in my kitchen here. So anyway, so one of the items that I picked up a while ago is this 5-pack, which is pretty nice. I think I mainly picked it up because I think these meter maids are so cool. Everything else is not to scale. And for those of you that have been watching me for a while, for a year or so, the whole scale thing kind of bothers me, how they make trucks this small. I really, I would rather pay the $5.99 and get the bigger version, and often I do. But yeah, the bus isn't too bad because it's a little bit longer than the rest. But and then this is pretty cool because these ain't too big. That's basically actually a mail truck, but they changed it to, what is it? I guess it's still kind of like a delivery service type of thing, but it's really more of a mail truck. But yeah, they call this the City Works. Pretty nice 5-pack. This one's really cool. Now, I am a Bostonian, New Englander. I love my Boston teams, but believe it or not, I like New York a lot. I think New York is cool. I just don't like their teams. All right. So in terms of my 50 states, I love my country. Period. End of discussion. I don't care where you're from. I love it, even if I haven't been there. And I have been to like 27 states. And I'll define that by at least 24 hours or more. If it's only a drive-through, I don't count it as being there. But if I stay there at least one night and I looked at least one site, I've been there. So 27 out of the 50 states, not too bad. Anyway, going on. So yeah, I had to pick up this 5-pack because it's really, really cool. Again, they're all pretty cool to scale. That looks good. That's awesome. That looks great. A little too small, and that's perfect, I think. So that's the only one I kind of have an issue with. But it's a nice pack. Police Rescue. Be nice if they gave Boston a little bit of love. But, who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe a different state has the Boston ones. Who knows? But I doubt it. I think the NYPD and the LAPD are probably the most popular police departments in the whole country. Here we have the Toyota 4Runner. Very nice. This is, I believe, an 80s version of the 4Runner. It's pretty sweet. I think this is like the second colorway that I have. So that's that. Here we have this Limo. Now, it's basically the president's Cadillac, even though they didn't want to call it that, because that's why it's called Cadillac 1. Or maybe that is what they call it. Pretty nice. Again, it's not to scale, but what are you going to do? I do find it odd that, it's not that much longer than most of their cars, so it's not like they made it to scale. And they cheaped out on the die cast. It stops here, and this is all plastic. So interesting, but at least it has color, right? So that's cool. Next, we have a express delivery. I like these a lot. I think this is like my third colorway. I don't know why I like these so much, but I do like them. This is nice, and this is the Elite Robo Mechanics version. So that's cool. Another cop car, but this time a BMW. I have a few of the German versions, which are sweet. I think I have like 2 or 3 of each of the 2 colors of the German version. But now we get in English version. I don't want to say American because, it could be Canadian too, right? But yeah, the plate though, I mean, could be obviously English. Yeah, it could be from the UK, I guess. But it's pretty sweet though. I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I could find some more. I like my police cars. Staying with BMW, it's my third color anyway. I think I have the blue, I have the orange, and my little man's yelling. But yeah, this is the BMW M1. Pretty sweet. Tampo license plate. Rear Tampo license plate. I mean, Matchbox doesn't cheap out. The only thing that I find lackluster with Matchbox is their rims. Rim tire combo. I think they're pretty crappy. It looks good on some vehicles like this. This is perfect. This is the Ford GT40. Very nice. Again, Tampo's in the front. Tampo in color in the rear. Oh my god, they're so loud. And then here's that same vehicle that you just saw in the 5-pack, but in the single pack carded. So I just figure I get the single one. It's pretty cool. It's the meter made. Very nice. They put 2 tires there. Not bad. Instead of 1. Cool. So that was my Matchbox stuff. And why is this so crooked? It is so crooked. Why the heck is that so crooked? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, to get these out of the way. I said I would pause, but there's really no need anyway right now. Now going on to Hot Wheels. Some comic book love. So as you can see here, here's the 5-pack to the Civil War. Now, I know Civil War came out like 2 months ago. I know this. But still, though, again, I haven't been able to record for 2 months, so sorry, I'm a little late. Don't really care for any of these cars. Why did I get it? Again, I'm a collector. I love my Marvel stuff, DC, so I had to get it. The only one that's decent is the Black Panther one here. Wow, my son is really, really loud. And I know my wife is trying to keep him quiet, but that's fine. No big deal. And then here we have the Batman v Superman. This is even older, obviously, because that movie came out even before Captain America did. Again, all of these are pretty whack, except for the top 2. I think the top 2 are badass. I have quite a few of those on that special pack that comes with the little rubber Man of Steel. I have like 3 of them. I have this one, and then I think I have this, but in a blue, I want to say. It's pretty sweet. Gotham City Police Department. So that's pretty cool. That's a big reason why I got this pack. Don't really care for these 3, as I already have a whole bunch of these. That's that. Since the last thing to show you was DC, let's stick with DC here. So grab these. I found these. I mean, they're in plentiful. I mean, you can definitely still find them anywhere. Of course, I did get a third one because when it comes to superheroes and pop culture, I always get 2 of each if I can. So yeah, it's not a bad car. I let my son use it, so it already has some stress marks here. So if you have a kid, just know that if you let them use it, they might do that, and so it'll give us stress marks right there. He's really pissed. I think he wants to get out of the room. But anyway, so yeah, I did get 2. This one's pretty minty. This one, unfortunately, I wasn't really being too careful, so I bent it, but not a big deal. They'll just be put away. Next, we have... why again? Crooked. It's just so weird that this is crooked. Oh, it's the camera was crooked. We have the Man of Steel there from this particular collection. This is old, but I had to get it because they re-released it to coincide with Batman v Superman. So now you see Henry Cavill. And as you can see, the tires are a little bit different. And the only other thing that gives it a difference is that line right there, which is pretty interesting. So that it's kind of like that yellowish right there. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it's kind of to show the separation between the cape and his body, while that one there doesn't really have it. They really should have made this more comic book looking. Instead, you know, that's like the movie version there. There you go. And then I think I've shown you the armored Batmobile. But if I didn't, that's what it looked like. I think I have 2 or 3 of them. I haven't even opened one yet. But then I finally found her. And I gotta tell you, man, I've looked everywhere. Like I really don't go out of my way to look for Hot Wheels anymore. If I find them, I find them. But yeah, I finally found her. And I was just pretty damn happy. I was like, damn, finally. So I haven't opened any one yet because I'm just like, I have no place to display it anyway. So when I move, finally, I'll do it then. All right, and then some Marvel love, and then we'll pause this video, or actually we'll pretty much cut it there, and then we can just kind of do regular mainline Hot Wheels in part 3. So Black Widow, again, I've shown you this before, but since this is coinciding with the movie, all they did was take out the comic book version and put Mrs. Scarlett Johansson, and obviously she's a beautiful young lady, so I don't mind having a second one just because she's on it. I don't think there's any difference with the vehicle, but it is packed right now, the other one, the comic book version, so I wouldn't be able to tell you from just looking at this if there is a difference. But again, these are somewhat old. Everything I'm showing you is kind of old, so I might not be saying anything that's new to you. But again, just sharing. Nova, pretty sweet. I like it. I like this one a lot, actually. This I might have to get a second one of these if I see it. This is number 25. She was 18. Here we have Mr. Iron Man, number 26. All right. And again, coincides with the movie. Number 27. The Black Panther, nice big SUV. It's very, very rugged. Even though he's slick, and not slick, he's sleek in terms of his figure. In terms of the way he looks, I would have thought they would have made something sportier, but whatever. And then that was 27, by the way. This is 28, Daredevil. This again going back to comic book. Pretty sweet looking car. It's nice. I like that flat red, and you can't really see it that well, but there's a DD there. Sorry about the lights. So there you go. Now the Captain America one, I already had purchased 2 of them, and I opened one. So that's why I'm not showing you that. I think he was either before Iron Man or after, because I know there's like a missing number. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know what number 29 is. It could be Captain America, but I just don't remember. Winter Soldier, Bucky. See, this is sleek. See, I can see this could have been Black Panther too, because it's pretty slick. And I love the left-hand side, how it's silver with the Winter Star there, with the Soviet star. That's pretty badass. Pretty badass. So there you go. We have Vision. This is probably by far one of the coolest cars. Really reminds me a lot of like Speed Racer. It is pretty badass. It belongs in that Speed Racer universe, you know what I mean? A lot of these kind of do, but this one more for some reason. As soon as I saw it, I thought of Speed Racer. Very nice. Vision, number 31. And last but not least, one of the greatest Canucks in the history of fiction, Mr. Logan W. Patch, aka the Wolverine. And this is obviously just a recolored version of the first version of his vehicle, which is yellow and blue. This is homage obviously to the brown costume, so it's pretty badass, and I like it a lot. And there's that new Captain America from the movie, whatever not, and the new Iron Man and Wasp. See, I actually, you know what? I have Wasp. Where the hell it is, I have no idea, but I do have Wasp. Must have been one of the pickups that I forgot to put in here. So she might be that number 29. So, and I do have her, so I do apologize for not showing it. So anyway, guys, as always, thank you so very much for viewing my videos. Again, stay tuned for part 3. I don't think there'll be a part 4, but I don't know, because I'm looking, and there's a lot of Hot Wheels there. And hopefully you won't have to hear any kids behind you or in front of you, whatever. All right, guys, peace. Later. Until the next few minutes.